This is MacroView Television, and welcome to a brand new edition of Taiwan Outlook, the program that presents the different faces and lets you hear the different voices on Taiwan. I'm your host, Raymond. Cultural creative industry has been a promotional point for our government policy over the last 8 years. What are some of the things that are being done, especially by the private sector, to promote the industry? We're going to find out on today's program because we're delighted to have Mr. Chu Ping, who's the chairman of the Ripplemaker Foundation, to discuss his views and his experiences in terms of working with people interested in cultural creative industry. Welcome to our program, Mr. Chu.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, it's Dr. a pleasure to have you.
It's honor, definitely.
Right. Thank you.
And I want to take the opportunity to say hi to all the audience out there, and I think we're going to have a good time here.
Good. All right. Let me ask you the question that a lot of people would like to know.
Sure.
First, tell us a little bit about yourself and why did you decide to come back to Taiwan in the year, I believe, 1988?
Yeah. Raymond, I would consider myself as an extremely lucky person.
Because?
Because I never thought I would be back to Taiwan.
Okay.
That's one first thing. And I want to thank my father, who gave his life to transform my life. The reason is really simple, because the only reason I came back to Taiwan is because of his illness.
Okay.
So he suffered cancer during 1988.
Okay.
So it's not in my plan to come back to Taiwan, but since his illness, I decided to come back. And unfortunately, he passed away within 6 months. So that really changed my total perspective about life.
Okay.
Suddenly I realized that people die.
Okay, of course.
Before it's someone else, right? So I've been through that excruciating process to witness my father gradually wasting away. So I think life is too short, and it's time for me to take this little, I call it break, or discontinuity of my life. Or sometimes I say, finally I have a chance to get off the treadmill. I was in a treadmill now, working and take a big mortgage, and buy a house and do all those kind of things. And so you really trap on this treadmill life cycle. But this is the only time I decide to step out of the treadmill and to really look into what I want to do. And luckily, I was around 38 years old. Okay. So I'm a little bit more mature. Okay. And of course, with my father's death, I realized what immortality means. Okay. So I decided to take 1 year off to really see what I want to do. Okay. And Taiwan is the place I decided to explore, to get to know more about Taiwan.
But Ping, you were trained in school in pharmacy, and you were working in the U.S. as a pharmacist.
Yes.
And why did you, after coming back to Taiwan in 1988, and also after 1 year of hiatus, and why did you decide to become a business person instead, being a pharmacist? Because pharmacist is a very good, profession.
Yeah, it's a very
lot
good
of people
profession.
look up to it.
Definitely.
Not
very
to take anything, not to take anything away from business people, but still, it was a risk. You were not young at the time, certainly not old, but 39, 40, that was, a lot of people would need some courage to take that risk. And why did you decide to make that decision?
Raymond, I think you pointed a very good point right there. And I'm an accidental entrepreneur, I call it. Okay. I never planned in my life, I want to start a business, I want to change the world, I want to make a difference. No. It never occurred to me. I'm just a pharmacist now, a salary pharmacist. Enjoy the quote-unquote middle-class life, very secure life. You have a license, so nobody can fire you if you don't make a difference. But I think that's what happened when you've been living in that kind of very comfortable life, and you also can foresee what's going to happen maybe 20 years from now. You pretty much you do the same comfortable life.
Yes.
But for people like me, I suddenly realized there must be more out there.
You're a little more ambitious.
Not ambitious, a little bit.
You're hungry.
Hungry, anxious, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I know there's a deadline somewhere over there.
Okay.
So you track back. Hey, I still can do something. Well, to stumble into the business side, it's purely an accident, because I take 1 year off. So I start to explore a little bit, interesting that I had never done before. So I want to thank the person called Paul Mitchell.
Okay.
He's the founder and the creator of a healthcare product.
Okay.
Almost 35 years ago. So I get to know him and his partner, John Paul DiGioria. We call it JP.
Okay.
They are partnership. And they are really the one inspire me to embark this journey. For example, as I say, I'm an accidental entrepreneur. That means I never thought about doing business or selling stuff. No.
Okay.
So I think Paul Mitchell told me that. I was like, Ping, don't worry about the selling part. Don't worry about business part. Are you enjoy teaching?
Exactly.
Dr. Wu, are you enjoy teaching?
Only when I teach.
And you know what he said? He said,
Right.
I said, of course, that's the purpose I came to the United States, to become a professor, become a teacher, after get a PhD degree.
Uh-huh.
He said, extend his hand out and said, Ping, that's it. If you enjoy teaching, you can do anything in the world.
Okay, good.
Just
right.
totally block all those self-consciousness about I'm not a
ifs and
person.
buts out of the way.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Because I really enjoy teaching.
But certainly this has been, in retrospect, being a very successful move for you, because Ping, over the years, you've been very successful managing, starting and also managing small and medium-sized enterprises, including肯爱, 肯梦, 肯帮. Okay, and these are, you have done yourself very well over the last, 15, 20 years. And what was your secret? How do you make the adjustment mentally and physically?
It's kind of cliche, but actually it's true, at least for me. I started business not thinking about growing a big business.
Okay.
I just try to use the business as a medium to fulfill my ambitions, quote unquote, to teach.
All right, good.
So if you think of the business as different angle, from different angle, what you're doing is just try to find people who believe what you believe.
Yes.
That's it.
Of course.
I'm not trying to sell people what I want, what they want.
Okay.
I'm quote unquote selling what we believe in a common shared future about this industry, about this kind of lifestyle. And you find some people who like it, who think this is something they wanted to do too. And then you have something in common in terms of the value system, belief system, and product, service, just a medium to reach that common goal.
Okay. And given the fact that, you are now Ping in your 60s, a lot of people in similar circumstances will say, hey, I worked very hard all my life. It's now time for me to retire from active, work, and then I can enjoy the time with family and friends. But you're thinking very differently. You're still doing business, but also at the same time, you're doing a lot of charitable events and activities. And what is your thinking behind it? Of course, I can see just by meeting you on the program today that you're very energized, you're very motivated, and you believe in things that you believe in. And, why is it that you're still not, slowing down and not taking a break and still want to continue doing all these things?
Very good question. Sometimes I ask myself too.
Okay.
I think I'm a very selfish person. Okay.
Because?
Everything I'm doing or everything I did before, even everything I will do, is purely for my own enjoyment, for my own passion. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because this is what I believe.
Okay.
And if you have that kind of mindset, So it's not just work anymore. You are integrate your work and life.
Okay.
So once you integrate work and life, there's no such thing as retirement. Okay. Maybe I'll slow down a little bit.
Okay.
You know,
maybe you don't do as much.
Yeah, this is a 66 years old body here now, or 66-year house here.
Yes.
There's some leakage, some problem. You need to do maintenance. That's something that we just cannot control.
Good.
But you still can control your belief. You still can control your curiosity. You still can control, you want to do something that you think you are in the good position to do it. A lot of people want to do it, but they're not in that position.
Okay.
They're still struggling for their livelihood. Right. So I'm very lucky that after 28 years building a different, I don't call it business, different growth engine.
Okay.
I built a few growth engine there. And luckily, we have a great team. Okay. And very autonomous and very searching for the mastery of anything they want to do, because that's the way you get a passion. The passion comes from you achieve something. Okay. Otherwise, it's just wishful thinking.
All right, Ping, I'll give you 30 seconds. Tell me how to get that passion in a person. I mean, you must come across a lot of people, different ages, different sex, and then, how do you tell them, hey, this is something I believe in, and we can share the passion together? How do you get that?
Thank you very much.
You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Find something that you enjoy doing without getting paid, and find something that is that you can master about that thing.
All right.
It's very important. Not something that everybody enjoy and you enjoy. Something you have the strength. Something you can put your efforts in. You can see the results. And so, in other words, find something that can be in your flow. Okay. FLOW.
Okay, good. All right. Ping, what we're talking about your experiences going to graduate school in the States, ended up working there, and came back because of family reasons. Yes. And certainly you've done very well in the last 20 plus years, set up some very successful small and medium enterprises. And now you also keep going in the sense of more involved in charitable activities and some events. And you certainly seem to have a lot of energy. And we want to start off this part of the program by first asking you about the two books that you have written and also published. First book is called The Business Maker, Day Maker, and also the Ripplemaker.
Yes.
Yes. And tell us a little bit about the ideas and the vision that you want to convey through this book. And certainly, you look at the Chinese title, 生意人, 月日人, 联谊人. These, titles comes with a lot of personal philosophy behind it. I would like to learn from you, please.
Raymond, thank you for the opportunity to share my personal philosophy. Actually, like the business maker, I didn't call it businessman. Okay. 或者是 business creator. Okay. The reason maker is very important. Like right now, maker is pretty hot topics. Using hands, actually doing this instead of just become an advocate or preaching or preacher. So this book basically is what I'm thinking about how to start a business. All my journey about starting my 3 business. Okay. Every business I started, I'm the person that always looking or seeking for the foundation, for the philosophical, theoretical principle. I need that. I need an ism. What kind of ism? I need a law. Law of Mr. Pinchu, or law of this industry. I'm seeking that because I think that's that. Once you have that foundation, and then you're looking this business, you're not just try to find what's hot, what's the trend, what's the future only. Okay. You're looking for how do you reinvent this industry?
Of course.
Something nobody want to do. And you starting why? And you can do it because you're the new guys on the block. Okay. You have no baggage. You have no major customer that hold you as hostage.
Okay.
So you can always do something new when you start a new business. That's why I started 3 different businesses. One is Paul Mitchell distribution business. Okay. It's a B2B. I'm very lucky to have so many salon owner and hairstylists who believe what we believe and being with us.
It's a quality product, I must say.
Yeah, it is. It is. Product's always the first. I keep telling a lot of young people when they want to start a business, you don't start a business based on a great idea. No, you start business with a good product, with a good service that solve the problem.
Okay.
You need a problem worth solving.
Okay. Of course.
Solving means you provide a service, you provide a product
that will meet
exactly,
that service,
and that product service has to be world class.
Okay.
If you're not thinking world class, then you still can do a micro business. You can make yourself very independent without becoming a burden of the society.
Yes.
You employ a few workers. Great. Okay. We should celebrate this kind of micro business because they retain a fiercely independent.
Okay.
That's really important.
All right.
But a lot of business, I told them, you need to start with great product first.
Okay. All right. But let me ask you, Pin, if I'm a young person in my 20s,
yes,
certainly, I get motivated by watching your conversation on the program today. Then I say, Ping, Mr. Chu, I would like to, doing my, own things and then, selling this product or service. And, but how do I get myself going? Would I be able to attract other team members who might be able to help me as my colleagues? And more importantly, am I able to attract some capital investors who can give me the startup money that I need? Would they learn that from reading this book? Did you tell them your secrets in this book?
I think they can read so many books that they can teach them. Not necessarily my book. My book is my way of doing things.
Yeah, but I was browsing through it. You certainly have some very interesting ideas and also diagrams to illustrate them.
Yes.
In the book.
Let's start from the beginning. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur.
Of course.
You have to admit that. Okay. If you think you have entrepreneur spirit, you have that drive. No, you want to do something. Yes. It's great, but you have to prove that you have been working for something and make some major improvement through your major commitment.
Yes.
If you don't have this, don't start a business. Don't say if it's my business, then I'm going to do this and do that. It's not going to happen. When you do something, even you don't like it, but you still have the entrepreneur spirit on something, even you don't like it. Okay? But you make a records, break some barrier, and set some new milestone. Okay. And then you can think about it. Okay, I know I can single-handed join a project or make it work. Maybe I can do something else which I am passionate about.
Okay.
So I see so many startup entrepreneurs. They just have an idea, and then they just thought they can really overcome all those obstacles when you are a boss. Okay. Everybody look up to you.
Okay.
So it's a myth, and it's a total misunderstanding that everyone can start
their own business.
It's not
for everybody.
Exactly. I prefer them to work for someone who's entrepreneur, right?
Okay. Yes.
For 2 or 3 years, and
learn from them.
Exactly. Yeah. And you say, hey, if he can do it, I can do it too. Okay. Because I'm helping to grow the company to a certain size, and I acquire so many knowledge, so many connections. Okay. And I feel comfortable to start my own.
Good. And Ping, I want to also talk about your second book,
yes,
which is Be the Change.
Yes.
I would suppose that you borrowed the title from the phrase that used by Gandhi, Mr. Gandhi, which is be the change that you want to see in the world.
Definitely.
And if people ask you the same question, say, Mr. Chu, what is the change that you would like to see in the world?
Gandhi is our hero, and I learned so much from him.
Yes.
And I think the first thing is you have to change yourself. Don't change the world. Right. Change yourself. Have a new habits. That habit means you have to do it 1,000 times, become habits.
Okay.
Otherwise, just impulse.
Yes.
Okay. So we have a lot of old habits, but we've been doing that for
many
60
years.
years, right? So you had to learn new habits. That means you had to do it again.
Okay.
So not just one time. So you had to make a new habits. And that new habits is a new you.
Okay.
People say, yeah, I want to change. Do you have developed new habits?
Probably not.
Probably not, because you still reflect. Okay. You don't intentionally try to cultivate new habits. You need intentional efforts. Okay. You had to do 10,000 times, whatever. So change yourself first. Do something new. Do something you are afraid of. Make some new friends. Okay, and don't just stuck with the routine of your life, and become a boring person. It's really boring because you don't get into new things. No. We love person. We enjoy a person as a friend because they can bring new things to me. I can learn new things from you. I can through you. I notice a book. I never noticed that book, and you introduced me to that book. Wow! Now I know this book. Music's the same thing.
Exactly.
I have never have a chance to learn photography, but you inspire me to start to learn photography.
Okay.
So that's where change yourself already.
Okay. So that is the idea that you want to convey through the book.
And the secret is that I learned is the easy thing in the world to change yourself.
Okay.
You can never change anyone else. Right. It's so hard to change other people.
Okay.
It's so easy to change yourself because just one minds away. No. Yeah.
Taking that step forward.
Exactly.
And Ping, before we end this part of the program, you set up the Ripplemaker Foundation in 2010.
Yes.
Why did you do this? And what's the purpose of the foundation? Apparently, you're trying to help young entrepreneurs start their own business. But what was the real motivation behind it?
It's two.
Okay.
One is, I always believe, I share with a lot of young people too, if you don't like something, do something. That's it. Okay? Don't complain. Do something. Okay?
Good.
Number two is people don't want charity.
No.
People want opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah.
So based on these two principles, I believe you can start a changing person through that person itself. Then ripple will start because you change. Your friends change. You see things different. No, everything is that ripple. So that's the essence of the Ripplemaker, through changing yourself. Through being the change.
Okay. And what's the idea or reason behind promotion of microenterprises in Taitung? Quickly, about 30 seconds.
I always believe that the only way, or the best way, I should say, the best way to help the so-called 弱势, or so-called those people that have less advantage, that's a great way. Less advantage or without limited resource people is to encourage them to start their own business.
Okay.
That's the best way. Just as we know, we're probably going to discuss that. All the immigrants start their business because they are the less advantaged people.
Of course.
They cannot master the language.
No.
They don't have a connection.
No.
They don't have parents or folks to support them.
No.
So micro business is a great way to not help, to
provide an avenue for them to move on, to move forward. I think
you don't rely on someone's hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And actually, you are in a good position because that's the only way you can do.
Exactly.
You have no choice. Start your business.
Ping, what we're talking about, your books and some of the ideas that you have to help promote micro businesses, micro enterprises in Taiwan. And next, I want to ask you about your notions of conscious business on the one hand, and also profit for purpose. Can you elaborate on the two notions and tell us what was the message, the idea that you want to convey through these two concepts? Please.
Thank you, Raymond. As you know, in Taiwan, there's a major movement about social enterprise.
Yes.
社会企业, which is great because you empower people to be well-to-do and do
doing
good
well.
thing. Yeah,
yes.
doing well while doing good. That's what I
Yes.
forgot how to say it. That's right. Doing well while do good things.
Yes.
So it's a daily attraction to a lot of young people because they are very idealistic and they want to change the world. So nothing wrong with it. And I heavily encouraged. And actually I get involved with a lot of young people. They want to take that route. But in the same token, that I also point out that there's another type of business model.
Yes.
What we call as profit for purpose.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of people are so afraid of talking about profit. They talk about social, right? Social innovation, solve some social problem. Exactly. But if you want a business, so social enterprise, we should emphasize 企业 enterprise. Enterprise means you have that profit. You're not seeking for grant, charity, donation.
No.
You are business, right?
Yeah.
So profit is so important. But since you're lacking that social, so it's difficult to mention that. Okay. I say, why don't we just put a profit first? And because this is my personal philosophy again. Money is energy. Yeah. Without money, nothing will happen. No. So there must be energy.
Exactly.
And the profit is oxygen. With the profit, we can survive. We can be very independent through the market competition. We survive, but you need profit.
Yes.
But if you want to resolve social problems, social challenge,
yes.
You have a profit to support you to do that. Otherwise, you're NPO, NGO.
Exactly. Yes.
Don't blur that line and say it is a hybrid thinking. No, it's totally ruined the whole true spirit of the NGO, NPO, or even philanthropist.
Yes.
Sponsor project. We in the society we need this badly because that's so important in the whole solution. Now we're talking about social enterprise. They can have a hybrid. If we want to diversify our revenue stream, maybe 20%, we can become business, selling products, selling service, so get some profit. And maybe 80% we still get some grants, some donation from other people. It's fine, it's a hybrid model. But, once you're in a hybrid model, you really cannot pursue what you believe. You'll compromise a lot of things in the middle of this model. So that's why I point out there's another new model. It's called profit for purpose business. Okay, we should talk about what's your purpose. Our purpose is to solve that social problem. That's our purpose. Yeah. So I usually use an example, like the three of people, they want to start an ad agency. That's a business. But the three of them are pet lover, so they want to solve the social problem with a stray dog. Okay. Nobody cares about stray dog, right? No. There's no votes over there, right? Okay. And create a lot of dirty and all those things. Nobody like environment issue. All the neighbors hate the stray dogs, right? Yes. So if I real pet lover, a dog lover, I want to do something about it. Okay. So you each one of you put $1 million, so $3 million, start this business at a agency. Okay. You do world-class work. Right. So you make money, make profit. And then you talk about maybe 50% of profit I stay in my agency because I want to grow for future. For expansion. Exactly, for expansion. 30% to help the stray dogs because that's our purpose. Okay. And 20% shared among our team because that's their efforts. Of course. So they have ownership, they have a stakeholder. Of course. They do something meaningful, but also they can benefit from the whole hard work they're doing. So you cannot call this a social work. You have profit sharing among your employee. So I said we call it PFP. Okay. And the magic formula is 50, 30, 20. Okay. So people understand immediately 30% of profit is going to a purpose. Yes. So this is the thing I'm advocating right now. Okay. And I think this is the future because this way you empower everyone to start a business if they have a purpose. Yes. Okay. And you also provide additional motivation. Exactly. For people who believe in the same causes. Your customer will believe this customer. Exactly. All the dog lover will buy your product, buy your service, right? Exactly. And all the dog lover. They brought in your customer base. Here. Yes. Yeah, they're working here because they know whatever they produce will benefit what their purpose of the cause is.
Yes.
So it's a perfect match and empower everyone to do this thing. Okay.
Right.
So this is the PFP model we try to do it.
Okay.
Advocate it. And another model is called conscious business, right? Okay. Now we have but conscious is a very fuzzy, abstract thing.
Yes.
But luckily, recently there's a movement in the United States and all over the world just started called B Corp, Benefit Corporation, called B Corp.
B Corp.
In Taiwan, we just started helping to launch this philosophy.
Right.
So B Corp actually is a private certification. It's not a government or some major authority, university, nothing. No. Just privately, okay? If you answer maybe 360 questions, you can verify that, make yourself a transparency and have an open governance, and then you can get a B Corp certified. Okay. And I think once you get B Corp certified, I would think you have conscious business already. You're transparent. You treat your team fairly. Yes. The salary gap, there's a limitation on the salary gap. Okay. Maybe 10 to 15%, 10 to 15 times the entry level salary to the top salary. Okay. So create that kind of very holistic approach in this kind of business. Okay. Good. So this is called conscious business equal to B Corp. So we have a B Corp. And we also have a PFP. So this thing can exist simultaneously. Of course. So of course BFP will be qualified to be certified as a B Corp. Yes. No problem at all. Yes. So
they're not mutually exclusive.
Exactly, not mutually exclusive. That's good words for that.
Right. Ping, I want to ask you another thing that you're doing.
Yes.
Which is that you are the co-founder of Red. What is it? People hear the name for the first time, maybe thinking this is a wine and cigar bar or something. But what is it? What is the concept that you want to convey?
This is something that deep in my heart. I have passion. In my book, I say when Taiwan will become a bilingual society. Good. Not necessarily country, okay, but bilingual society. Okay. In other words, bilingual means we have a Chinese and we also have English called bilingual. To me, I deeply believe this is Taiwan's future. But we have we call it Moonshot Project. And my Moonshot Project is to make Taiwan a bilingual country. Good. Okay? So your great grandchildren, when they're born, it's bilingual already. Yes. Otherwise, Taiwan become a big gap. Okay. Not the rich and poor. No. But those who, like us, can command English very well, and those who cannot. This society is something wrong with this kind of society. Yes. Because those who can command English, they can access to all the knowledge from the world. Okay. They have a high mobility. Yes. They can travel. They can work somewhere else. And those people cannot speak English. They're stuck. Okay. And then, of course, the knowledge is the second-hand knowledge. They require other people to translate. Yeah. I don't allow this thing happen. I don't think anyone should be a second-class citizen. No. Okay. And so that's the whole idea. All right. But English, you had to create an English-friendly environment first. Of course. Otherwise, all the people we learn. Actually, we started learning English in Taiwan right now. It's 小学, primary school we started. Yes. What happened? No. Nobody can really notice that in the bank. If there's a foreigner coming over here, Aaron, hey, you go talk to him. Your English much better than me. You talk to him. So people kind
shy away from
exactly, shy away. Yeah, that's good words for that. Shy away. Why? Because they don't have chance to practice. Exactly. And we need Taiwan, before we have a Moonshot Project to the future world, bilingual, start right now. We started a small community, a space which celebrate the English speaking and make the possibility that English is not just a business language, business living language. And even further, we want to let more people know that English beautiful language. Of course. The poetry, the way they describe things with total different frame of mindset. So that's why I started Red Room. Okay. It's a poetry reading club when we started. Okay. And after 5.5 years evolution, now it's become open mic format. So everything goes. And good. I just realized this unpredictability is what will addict you. You don't know who's come. Okay. You know who's going up there to share. All right. And so you don't have that high expectation. No. And then you have such a surprises. Wow, this is so good. No? Yeah. So I really think it's the age of amateurism, is the age of the hobbyist, is the age of a maker movement. Okay. But most important is the age of you can self-express yourself creatively.
Precisely. Okay.
So you feel more affection to yourself. No?
Okay, good. Other movement that you've been involved with is Forward Taiwan movement. What is it, and what is the idea or the message behind the movement? Please.
First thing first, if you're watching this program, if you have a mobile phone on hand, turn it on, log in the Facebook of yours and search for Forward Taiwan. Forward Taiwan. FORWARD.
Yes.
Forward Taiwan. Okay. On your Facebook, and you will see our logo there. Good. And please take a look. And if you like what you see, what we're going to talk about, please like. Okay. I need 20,000 of likes. Okay. Right now we have about 15,000. I need about 5,000 more.
I'll do so after the taping's over.
Please help me now. Okay. Right. Every one likes make the difference. Right. Okay. Forward Taiwan we started about 2 years ago. It's a casual conversation in Taitung, and I told you before, if you don't like something, do something. Right. And I don't like what I see in Taiwan, and many things. And so I decided to do something which I'm passionate about. Okay. And have you met anyone, any foreigner, who's been here for a while, don't like Taiwan?
Not really.
Not really.
Yes.
Okay. Second question. Have you know someone who have been in Beijing or Hong Kong or Shanghai, Singapore, whatever, and don't like Taiwan?
No.
Absolutely no. Once they have a comparison,
Of course, they like it even more.
Exactly, like even more. Because they know, it's totally different. Taiwan like a different country to them. Doesn't mean China is no good. Just it's fresh. No, it's different.
Exactly.
If that's the truth, we got something nobody has. All Asia. Yeah. Why don't we leverage its strength? People like here once they know someone here. Okay. Not necessarily people are nicer, but because the difference. They can feel the difference. They can feel the lifestyle here is totally different from their expect. It's not like in Thailand or Malaysia or Singapore. It's just difference. Yes. So if that's the truth, why can't we use this as our strength to solve the problem we're going to have? We really have this big problem on our hand. Number one, do you know how many people, what's the population we have in the year of 2060? Okay. 35 years from now?
Okay. I would imagine doubling.
No way. No. We have the lowest birth rate, remember?
Yeah, I know. But still, you're talking about 35 years away. People will imagine it's going to be a small increase only?
No. See, that's the majority of people thought about this.
Yes. All right. What is
and this is statistic. This is a science. Okay, this is
it's
not
the
something.
Projection that you make.
It's a very science-based, and it's going to happen. It's not something projected. It's going to happen because of the low birth rate, because of the brain drain. A lot of young people going somewhere else because they have a better pay. Our salaries are stagnant. It's happened. Okay. And the aging society, super aging, because baby boomer, like our generation, getting old. By the year of 2060, we only have 18 million people.
Really?
Yes, it's a national development.
It's a downward.
It's downward, drastically downward. Just like it's happening. Okay. We're losing about 5 million people over the 35 years.
35 years.
Yeah, over 35 years. Because birth rate is not the economic reason have a low birth rate. It's lifestyle decision. Okay. Nobody can have 7 or 8 kids anymore. No. Not even 4. No. Most like probably 2. Yes. 3 is great now. Yes. And a lot of people kids.
No.
They decide not to having kids, or they marry so late, or maybe just one kids. Yeah. So that's why our birth rate is 1.1, and Japan's 1.3. So Taiwan has the lowest birth rate in the whole world. Yeah. Maybe, I just checked, maybe Hong Kong, a little bit lower. Okay. But we have the lowest birth rate, much lower than United States, France, or Germany.
Of course.
We have big problem in our hands. And stagnant salary getting even worse because all our young, ambitious person go somewhere else. Yes. We can command better salary.
Of course.
So what are we going to do?
Okay.
It's 35 years later, don't worry about it. No, I say we start to do something. We start to attract and keep what we just talked about, those foreigners to stay here. But they choose to come here. We don't choose. We're born here.
Yes.
We don't choose.
No.
They can be in France. They are Frenchmen. Yeah. They can be in Holland. They are Dutchmen, right? But they all come to Taiwan. They like this because that's in their gene. They are bohemian lifestyle. Okay. They like exotic culture. No, okay. They think their whole hometown's great, okay. But it's developed. It's really boring now. It's very structured. Okay. You cannot do anything new over there anymore. But in Taiwan, there's so much action, so excitement. That's what those people like in Taiwan. So why don't we figure out a way? All those foreigners, including Asian, okay? Yes. I'm not talking white people.
No.
All color, okay?
Okay.
They can stay here because we have our population problem here. Okay, number one, okay?
All right.
Number two, as we all know, especially from the case in the United States or all the country, the immigrant is the one that started most of the business.
Yes.
Just United, all the high tech, the entry barrier really low. Yes. If you are a heavy manufacturing business, it's difficult. Okay, you need a big capital
investment.
But knowledge like apps, digital economy, like Yahoo, PayPal, Etsy, Elon Musk, Tesla, all those people, you just name it. Facebook, everyone that started by immigrant, first generation or second generation immigrant. So we need an immigrant come over here to start a new thing, start a new business, and most importantly, so make our Taiwan a little more diversified, a little more inclusiveness. Okay? We are very, very homogeneous society here. We thought we were doing it. No, we are so homogenized society. We are so biased to all the foreigners. 永远讲外国人, even they've been here for 30 years, we still consider 外国人, right? So I think Forward Taiwan, another there's a three goal. One is to liberalize, relax the work permit so those people can find out legal work here. Okay. Number one. Number two, we want to simplify the procedure to get an APRC, permanent resident here. Okay. Right now it's still very picky, very picky. Of course. Make you feel you are unwelcome here. Number three is citizenship. We should allow dual citizenship. But in Taiwan, you cannot become Taiwanese citizen. You had to renounce your citizen. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. They have their legacy. They have their heritage. Yes. We should not renounce that. No. As long as they're here for 30 years, you still doubt their loyalty, the family, kids here. It's a really outdated, those small notion. Exactly. So we need to change that. But the first thing first is the work permit relaxation. Of course, a lot of people, especially the conservative union, labor union, they would say, hey, we have a job problem. Okay. If you open this one, you can steal our job away. Okay. You can press down the low wage. You can depress the economy because they enjoy all the jianbao, all the national insurance. We should stop. You should stop. All the research shows that it will not. No. You will create a net gain in jobs. Exactly. It will increase the creativity. Okay. Because one of my colleagues his colleague is a foreigner. So he's thinking different. Once we're meeting, there's one foreigner there. We're talking is totally different. Of course. But we don't have that because we have such a strict work permit law. Okay. Yes. So I want to relax that. Okay. By being more inclusive also, Ping, I think that will solve our stagnant wage problem. Exactly. You're going to have more corporations coming in and they're going to pay better. That will encourage the local companies to do so. Exactly. We only have about 2 minutes left. Ping. Yes. I want to ask you a question that a lot of people, including myself, do have in mind is
after meeting you for about, what, an hour today on the program, you telling me that you're 66 years old. I don't buy it, other than the fact that maybe your hair is gray, but the fact that you exhibited the amount of the energy, enthusiasm, passion for the future, for the things that you believe in. Mm-hmm. People will say, at most, you're about 35 years old at heart. What is your secret for staying young at heart? Please.
Making friends like Raymond. Okay, that's very important. Making new friends. Making new friends. It's so important. Okay? So I'm glad I'm making new friends today.
Good.
So that's one thing. Making new friends. Don't stuck with the old body.
No.
Okay. You just you stay at comfort zone. No, it's very comfort, right?
Yes.
They know everything. You can make a joke, whatever. You have to step out there. Okay. It's kind of cliche, but that's the way to do it. Making new friends.
Of course.
Be curious about things. Okay?
Okay.
And be curious about things, very important. And always have new habits, as I said before. Do something new, do something never been done before. And of course, be kind to stranger. I think be kind to stranger. Actually, this is Gandhi said. Character is when you do something for someone who can do nothing for you.
Precisely.
Precisely.
Yes.
So I said, be kind to strangers. Other people matters.
Okay.
All those energy will make you feel like a very, very positive and something that you can control. Be kind to people I can control.
Yes.
I can pretend to be kind to people. But watch out, that pretend will become habit.
Yes, and Ping, exactly what you're saying is doing things because you choose to, and not doing things because you have to. Okay, that's a huge difference, but that's certainly going to make a better world for all of us.
And now it's not just doing things, you live a life you choose to.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Ping, certainly being a wonderful experience to have you on the program today. Want to wish you all the best in your future personal and professional endeavors. Thank you very much.
And the support for Taiwan, just check the Facebook.
Yeah, we'll push
Taiwan.
like. Yes.
I need a 20K.
All right.
20,000. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on Macro View Television. Thank you.